My goodness, do I have a breakthrough to present to you today. This week, Candace Owens discovered that the Egyptian military planes that arrived in Utah days before Charlie Kirk was assassinated dropped off military contractors that did not return on the same plane. They were dropped off in Utah, and Candace found that Duncan Aviation rented out cars for the contractors, and she published the make, model, and license plate numbers of those cars. This has caused the internet to score every video that we have to try and locate any of them near UVU the day that Charlie was killed. This would be massive and very solid proof that a larger operation took place that day involving foreign governments. In my coverage of this, I've seen a lot of footage, and Ryan Mata's video on X has resurfaced after Candace revealed the rental car details. And what I've found is pretty shocking, as I've been able to connect this footage to another piece that I've covered in this investigation. I am not exaggerating when I say that this looks like solid proof that this is bigger than just Tyler Robinson, whoever took that shot on Charlie Kirk. If I end up wrong, fine, but this cannot be ignored. There is also something else very important to cover that relates to all of this. And I really hate to do this because I've followed Steven Crowder for a long time. But the way that he mocks Candace Owens here and discredits the work that she has done on the Charlie Kirk assassination in this clip that is going viral from yesterday perfectly reveals why so many are turning away from guys like him, Ben Shapiro, Dave Rubin, and Brandon Tatum, and others who have just turned into normie establishment mouthpieces. Let's get started. But before we do, make sure that you are subscribed. This is God First commentary and content to help you remain in the truth in this confusing and noisy world so that you can remain aligned and on the path toward your God-given potential. We are doing that here together every day. The pursuit of truth, come what may. I'm Zach Costello. Steven Crowder is going viral for the way that he mocked Candace Owens and claims to have completely debunked her claim that Egyptian military planes had anything to do with Erica and Charlie Kirk. Listen to this. Then I'm going to explain to you how he didn't debunk anything besides his own credibility, and then I'll reveal to you how Candace's work was instrumental in helping to identify the solid evidence showing that the assassin of Charlie Kirk was not operating alone on September 10th.
Because after hiding it for years, I need to complain. I've been outed. If you haven't heard the news about me, just watch this clip, and to my everlasting shame, you'll understand.
I had to learn at a very young age to read people. I think that's my superpower, actually. Just being able to look at someone and sense danger or sense deceit. And by the way, I should mention with Steven Crowder, I have never been a fan. He just always gave me the energy of a pathological liar. I trust my gut. I don't trust influencer campaigns. My gut started to tell me that they suddenly began panicking when I discovered the Egyptian planes. What? They did what we now term a pre-bunking, and then they send out like a full fleet against you to not even actually debunk you, but they're just so extreme in not debunking you.
Like using their gut?
They sent undercover operatives to sign up for my private book club that I kept on Tuesday. They took out a clip of that book club, from that book club, and accused me of accusing Erica of murdering her husband. I mean, they manufactured that claim out of thin air. And then they made it go viral. They sent it out to all the right people, Steven Crowder, right?
I got that
because
email.
I said he was betrayed by everyone. Obviously, what I meant was Erica Kirk murdered her husband. And this was all happening because I mentioned the Egyptian plane. I am certain. Wow. I am telling you this information has been completely verified. I am showing you this on a spreadsheet. Now, these are all the instances in which this plane, 68 instances that this plane crossed with Erica.
Okay. The Egyptian plane. I can spend a lot of time. No, Wichita, Kansas, by the way, is listed no less than 8 times as a destination on that spreadsheet for the plane SUBTT. It's an Egyptian-owned Dassault Falcon 7X. And just so you know, Wichita is like one of those primary, it's like a global hub in certified FAA service centers. And Dassault has had Wichita State University, a partnership with them since 2015. And this, what she just showed you would be very much in line with basic service maintenance repairs. And of course, Candace, with the initial story, missed the time of the flight of departure from Provo by about 6 hours, confused coordinated universal time with Utah time. So none of this spreadsheet does zero to substantiate Erica's whereabouts.
First of all, Candace has already admitted that she got the UTC time wrong and she was mistaken. This does not change the fact that the plane arrived in Utah, dumped its passengers, and took off without them. That's the important part. And the important part of the claim is intact. That's what matters. Also, congratulations, Stephen. You found 8 stops that could have been routine maintenance. What about the other 65 instances that Candace mentions? She mentions 73 overlaps, and you've debunked maybe 8 of them. The slander, moral blackmail, personal attacks, medical diagnosis of Candace Owens, rather than the acknowledgement and refuting of her arguments, is the red flag. She is turning over every stone. Sometimes nothing turns up under a certain stone. That's a good thing. Process of elimination to find the truth. If we get answers on these Egyptian military flights and the contractors are accounted for, great. We can move on from that theory, but we cannot, because to Candace's credit, she revealed that Duncan Aviation rented out cars to these military contractors, and they took them from this plane and did not return on that plane. They did not leave Utah with the flight that they arrived on. We are now searching for cars, and look what I have found after connecting some video footage that we've been through. First, Ryan Mata, to his credit, published this parking lot video on X on October 2nd. Watch as Tyler Robinson's alleged Dodge Charger pulls into the parking lot. The police pulled this footage because Robinson's cell phone pinged from this location. Watch what happens. Robinson stops and waits. Now, watch what happens. This white car pulls out of its parking space and turns away from Robinson's car. Then wait. This white car then pulls back up behind the Dodge Charger. And once it does so, the Dodge Charger pulls out and begins to drive away. Now, that's not all. I noticed something else. Let's rewind it. Pay attention to this car pulling into the parking lot before Robinson and the white car pull away. This gray SUV right here in the top right corner. You see that? It stops, it pulls in and stops, and once Robinson and the other car start moving, it then pulls away. This SUV looks just like the same gray SUV from this video of the alleged assassin walking along the sidewalk before he makes the turn to UVU. Remember this? Watch. He is walking down the sidewalk and gets down to the corner. He pauses and waits. And then this gray SUV pulls over close. It slows down as it drives by this corner, and then you can see the car pull back into the road. I put these side by side each other and then went back and rewinded again and again. This looks like the same car. The same car that pulls close to the alleged assassin walking on the sidewalk. Just one encounter. Okay, might be a coincidence, but a second time, and with the other white car pulling out to the left, coming back, pulling right behind Robinson, and then they start moving. The gray SUV moves when the other two cars start moving. This just all connects to a larger operation that took place on that day of September 10th. You are reasonable, sane, and prudent for thinking such and remaining skeptical of the narrative that we've been told. It's not like we haven't been lied to before, for your own good, your own safety, or for national security reasons. I'm Zach Costello.